Hello on the planet and beyond. It's Sade of Between Here and There, and today's topic is fast fashion. Okay, so this is an issue globally because a lot of these companies, no matter what the name, that's why I'm not a name brand girl. Okay, you'll never really catch me like, ooh, this brand. However, there are few that are still they hold their word when it comes to the types of materials they use, which we'll get into later in this. Okay, so fast fashion, what is it doing? It's a lot of cheap material, plastic material, polyester, which is a type of polymer, which is plastic. So I know a lot of the girlies, they like to go to these, go to island, Turks and Caicos and the Caribbeans, etc. And they have these nice summer dresses, okay? Like the way it fits, the movement of the body. Some girlies even say they like the way the material feels. I've even heard girls say, "Oh, it's that polyester material." Baby, listen. There's the reason why they say cut from a different cloth, okay? Because if you go back to what our ancestors did, what some communities still like Nigeria, parts of South Africa, parts of South America, some Chinese populations as well, still use natural material in a lot of their traditional wears, okay? Especially a lot of the male wear in Nigeria, that material is like a wax cotton, okay? Very breathable for the environment. However, polyester is really not a friend to anyone unless you are in like a cold condition because it does not let the body breathe, okay? And even in cold conditions, you want to still layer with cotton and breathable materials and that final coating being of polyester, okay? So, to break down the structure of polyester, which I'm just getting the thought to do. Okay, so I'm just going to read this directly from kimlibretext.org, okay? When you're getting specific information, make sure it's from a .org, .edu, .gov because it's been vetted by another source, okay? So, a polyester is made by reaction involving an acid and two carbon, oxygen, oxygen, hydrogen groups. I'll just spell it out for y'all. And an alcohol with two oxygen hydrogen groups. In common, polyester drawn below let's not get into the organic chemistry unless y'all want it. I enjoyed organic chemistry. I just wanted to kind of give you the compound so you can understand that it's not only hazardous to the physical body, it's hazardous to the environment, okay? So on the physical body, there's been reports through government agencies like NIH that even state that it's an endocrine disruptor. What is the endocrine system? That is your hormones. Those are other chemicals in your body. And I've expressed to other people, but I want to bring this to you all, is that as human beings, we have what some people call a force field, an aura, a vibe, okay? And so that comes with the energy that we give off. A lot of that energy is disrupted because you're wearing these plastic materials. It's a fancy plastic bag, girl, okay? Some of the guys are starting to get into polyester too, which holding their strong, brothers, okay? The girlies they're gonna learn, they're gonna get educated, they're gonna fix themselves, okay? So with polyester, all of this fast fashion, I know you want to purchase a dress for like $3.99, quick and easy. However, when those things go into their sale, their clearance, and then they're looking for how do we get rid of this, they dump it in these different countries. Just pay them a fee. Hey, and we're gonna put it in the Connex. We're gonna put it on the boat. There's so many things there. You put it in the Connex. You put it on the boat. You're traveling across the sea, across the water, ocean. As you're traveling across the water really fast, there's not only oil being spilled, there's also the propellers, which give off a vibration that stops communication or affects communication between whales and other animals. They use a type of sonar communication. Not that all of that's happening. Just to get to the coast of a country which they deem to be poor or a dumping ground, okay? Which Nigeria is far from poor, okay? That's another conversation. But they dump it in these countries, okay? Not just Nigeria, Liberia, all across the coast. They're dumping these materials, and those materials are just piling high. Like, there's mountains of fast fashion clothing that would never break down. So between here and there, being a Thrive-based firm surrounding global hygiene and applications of information technology, that global hygiene piece goes into our plastics and what's polluting our waterways. The creation of more plastics. So I need for you all to start looking at what you're putting on your body, what you're putting your money into, okay? I'm an avid thrifter. Why? Because I can get quality materials for the low. Now it's become popular. Thrift stores used to be, oh, stuff stinks. Oh, it has this bug on it. Has this. Listen, thrifting is always going to be a thing. And I think it makes the most sense, especially because there's so many things. The turnover rate is crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to find some videos for y'all so you can actually see. It's mountains of clothing that has been dumped by fast fashion companies, okay? So what you need to do when you're shopping, like I said, I'm not a brand girl, because some of these brands, top brands, are wanting to charge me top dollar items for polyester. That is the beneath, okay? If someone tries to sell me polyester, it needs to be about $3 and under. Seriously. I'm not paying top dollar for plastic. You're going to give me leather. You're going to give me silk. You're going to give me not nylon, because that's another plastic. You're going to give me linen, cotton, hemp, wool, cashmere, natural materials. And you have to take better care of these materials because they break down. You will get things like moths and etc. Or you can get like a powdery mildew on leather versus the fox leather, which it's a different process to take care of. However, it's not quality and it's going to last you. These are materials, those plastic, polyester, nylons, etc. aren't materials that you could pass down for generations. You could keep up with it and it may last. However, it's just not a quality material, okay? So not only is it disrupting your endocrine system, it's being piled up in countries, super cheap, plastic, putting high dollar tickets on them. It's only beneficial to cold weather, okay? So because we're in cold weather, coats, jackets, etc. that have polyester, go ahead and wear that. For the ladies and the men, because at first I was just going to say the ladies, but I noticed a lot of men, there's polyester in your underwear. If you don't change your whole wardrobe, that is totally fine. However, I do want you to change your underwear ASAP. ASAP, okay? For the girls, I know we have that little landing strip. The landing strip is not there. The landing strip. That strip of cotton that's in the seat of your panties is cotton. You know, they try to put that in there, but if it's one layer is cotton, but then the bottom layer, the full body of the material is polyester, it's still not breathing. That's like putting a cotton mask on and like, oh yeah, I'm good. But then somebody put a plastic bag over you, you are going to suffocate. And that's what's happening to your skin. So when you're going to these islands and enjoying yourself and, oh girl, I got a cocktail. Oh, I'm hot. It must be this drink. No, it's the material that you're wearing. That's why if you look back in the day, those pictures and videos of people wearing linen, that's why, those Hawaiian shirts, that's why, because it has that linen and the cotton in it to breathe, for your skin to get airflow, okay? You're not getting airflow with that polyester, all right? So I bought a few things from my closet so you could check it out, okay? And know what's what. Okay. Brought out my fur baddie. Okay, so this real fur, okay? So what you want to do, this is not a good example, but this is fur. I've checked this out. Okay. This one, right? I personally can tell that this is not fur. I can tell, right? I can tell it's not fur. However, the style was slamming and it's a coat. So I was like, you know what? Forget the material too much. This is going to keep the cold out, okay? Again, polyester is okay if that's your final layer, all right? So what you want to do, you want to get to your tag. A lot of times, especially in dresses, you're going to look through the seams, the inside seams, to find that tag. If the tag is in there, do not purchase it, because we have to eradicate what these fast fashion companies are doing. Because I've even noticed on like certain companies like Etsy, Amazon, etc., they'll be like, oh, cotton material, cotton blend. And then you go and read in the description and it's polyester. No. So as this you can see, can you see it? Not really. Okay, it says 100% polyester, made in China, the RN number and the size, okay? Then I have this other coat, this leather baddie. So it's embossed cow's leather, croc leather actually, right? So when you get to the tag here, it says the shell, okay? With your materials, sometimes it's going to break it down, and it should break it down into layers. Let me not say it's going to. It should break itself down into layers so you know what's going on, because a lot of times the lining may be polyester, but the outside is silk, cotton, linen, and you can go to a tailor and get that lining removed or replaced, okay? Which you can go to a fabric store and get the fabric that you actually want in it, right? So it says shell, which is the outside, right? It's 100% embossed croc leather. The lining, what's lining the inside, this material, which can be removed, and I'm going to get it removed. And I'm going to get it, maybe get it, but this is a coat, so it's kind of, okay? The lining, 100% polyester, okay? So, with the percentages, okay, what percentage of natural material you want, okay? Because some outfits you want them to hug a little snug, that's when, you might have some polyester, some like latex, nylon. These nylon is more stiff, but sometimes you want some of these other chemical man-made materials in your material for its structure, okay? However, I like to lean on the side of at least 60% being natural material. I would love for it to be 100. Sometimes I have to settle for about 60%, okay? So at least my body is still getting airflow, it's still being able to communicate properly, and I'm able to move about properly, okay? So, percentages, the waste being trashed and dumped in these different countries. The saying is cut from a different cloth. There's things I do not wear. Even this is a linen piece that I got. I encourage people to thrift. Look at those materials. You'll get them a lot cheaper. There are some thrift stores that still have high dollar items, so still do a price comparison, okay? Even with groceries, I don't shop at one place. For example, Trader Joe's is my snack store, grocery store. I go there for the snacks. They always got some new stuff, to check out, and I load up on snacks. But when I need to do like maybe my meat shopping, some of the necessities in the house like butter, almond milk and stuff like that, I'll go to Wegmans. And then if I need like a bunch of different herbs and different mushrooms and stuff, I'll go to H Mart, okay? So I mix it up depending on what I need, and the same thing I do for thrifting. I might go there to get like a good chair or a study desk or something like that. However, the clothing at that particular time might not be something I can walk off the rack with. It's just what it is. I like to prep myself like, okay, Sade, we're going in. We're only looking at the skirts. We're looking at the skirts. I want some nice pencil skirts. I want some nice flare skirts. And then I go in, I shop, I come out, make sure that I disinfect those items before they really, get into my wardrobe or whatnot. I'll run the water. I'll put the washing powder, washing liquid. I'll run the water and I'll stop it and I'll let it sit for about 15 minutes, okay? So whatever might be attached to those materials, because I know that's a word for people, I allow it to sit, kill, die off. I'll wash it once. Sometimes I'll wash it twice, depending, okay? And, dry it, hang out, whatever you need to do. Certain materials like real silk, not that satin stuff, because satin is also polyester, a plastic. Real silks, you can, depending on the washing powder, you could potentially wash it in a washing machine. However, I would not want to dry it in the dryer. It's harsh heat. If you hang it out, let it air dry, you're going to get a different response. However, it might be a little stiff. So you have to work with understanding your materials and how they function, okay? So I think, have I covered everything? Create your own style, okay? Because, I actually kind of like run away from guys that are all about like a certain label. Oh, I got Balenciaga. Oh, I got Louis Vuitton. I got this. Like, because most of the time those materials aren't worth the dollar. Aren't worth the cost. Aren't worth the hassle for what? To be a walking billboard. You literally have... Now, you might have a cotton t-shirt. But there is such thing as quality. Okay, let me correct that. There's such thing as quality, okay? Yeah, you probably can go to Target, get a pack of t-shirts, white t-shirts, right? However, if you go to an upscale store, you can get a cotton t-shirt that has a higher quality. that might be something I will pay for. I will buy some of my items brand new, okay? However, the quality has to make sense. It has to translate. So if you look at like a white t-shirt or something, you can see how the threading is. You can see like the weight, the density of the material is very thin. However, if you go to a higher class store, you'll notice it's more weight to it. The stitching is very nice. It's intricate. It might be colored differently. It might be styled differently. So those are things that you'll be like, okay, it makes sense to pay that price, especially when it comes to silks, because even some of these fashion designers are using silks in their products, and they're charging like say $300, right, for a little mini dress. Okay, $300. Okay, it makes sense. It's silk. However, the density is very, very thin. Okay, it's super thin. It probably doesn't make sense to pay 300, maybe 150. Go to a nicer place. The density is higher. The threading is nice. It makes sense. Okay, so shop around. Do your best to find materials that aren't 100% polyester unless it's an outer layer. Know that with fast fashion, you are adding to the waste that's being built up on the planet. We only get one planet, the world, okay? No matter where you are. Because the separation is allowing us to look at other countries like, oh, it's happening over there. It's not affecting me, but it does. All the water systems, the air systems, the soil systems affect everyone on the planet, okay? So it's very pertinent that you educate yourself. That way you're not adding to the destruction, okay? So I hope that went through and it clarified a good bit of when it comes to fast fashion. I'm not for it. You'll never really see Sade with a label across her chest. I might have some words somewhere. Like I have a sweater. It says "Take me to the beach" that I thought was funny because it's a sweater. It's a sweater and you want to go to the beach, to different climates. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. So now that you know, you can start combing through your closet. I mean, the first time I learned about materials and how I was reacting to them, because I was just like, why am I hot in this tank top? I'm burning. Like I'm gonna take the tank top off and throw it. I think we were on a pier having lunch, and I literally just wanted to take it off and throw it. And it dawned on me, materials cut from different cloth, okay? Nobody's like you. God, the Most High God created so many different molds, but he did not create two of you. Even with twins, they are still not the same. There are differences if you look close enough, if you actually want to see the difference, okay? So, wrapping this up, hope you enjoy yourself, enjoy your day. I think I'm just going to have the theme today of being fast fashion and what that looks like, materials, etc. Hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you're traveling somewhere fun. The Solo Traveler course is posted, okay? So check it out at betweenhtllc.com under services, the Solo Traveler. Book the class, schedule a webinar, and you'll meet me and my stand-in assistant. I don't really have an actual assistant. I have someone that is going to assist me during those classes. She's like the mediator for that class, okay? So I hope that's everything. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Said that before. Just want to make sure you hear it. And that's it. So enjoy yourself, and I'll talk to you later.